now I think it's a good time as well that, like Petra said, that you can start to get involved. And as Gillian asked the question just before starting the presentation, who has what kind of position in your organization, diversity or political, and we would like to get to know you better now. So maybe we would start with maybe Sabine, you can explain what's your position and how you can impact, or what's your impact on the organization in Germany, for example. Sabine?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Sabine.
Yeah, I'm Sabine Kuspik. I work in the women's group of the German Society of Informatics. And so for this reason, we are very interested in participation of this project. I was a member of this group, I think, nearly from the beginning. So we had a lot of discussions about it, and we found out that it might be really an important project because it goes on that not enough women work in informatics. So this is also true in Germany. So for this reason, the Diversity Charter project is one of our activities in Germany among other topics. And on the other side, we also think that we need a European initiative to unify our efforts and to learn from each other. So there are some difficulties. There are smaller countries, larger countries. There are differences in the progress of women working in informatics. And I think we also have to find out what are the major difficulties, and we have to point it out, and hopefully we can make a progress after some years so that in the future we really achieve that more women will be present in informatics, especially now also in these areas like artificial intelligence. If you, for instance, look to the medical area, what is going on there? So in future, computing, informatics will be everywhere, and women should participate. This is all I wanted to say for the time being. Yeah, perhaps briefly, I am involved in the legal aspects of our charter because in future some national authorities will be the assessor for national companies, and this is one topic I'm working with. Okay, this was everything for the time being from my side.
Thank you very much. Really important. The fact that, you know, because Sabine has been working on the legal aspects, this is a way in which we can have an agreement with the local IT associations that of the way that we'll work together. So when the IT association reaches gold standard and they can become an assessor in their own right at that point, this is when the local IT association can really influence what's happening for companies and other organizations in their own country. And you can really gain in terms of your image and the work that you are doing around diversity. So the work that Sabine has been doing on the legal aspects, really important for us. Can we just ask, so Nurcan, it seems to me, but I am really inexperienced in this, it seems to me that there are a lot of Turkish names on this call. And so is that because, Nurcan, the Turkish Association has kind of brought a load of people so that you can get to gold standard? Is that what's going on?
Yeah. First, hello. Then, as you know, that I'm a representative of the Turkish Association, IT Association. and we have very efficient and effective women group. And some of the member of this group, my colleague is also joined us now. They have very new and big project related to women, directly women, and then maybe they can say something about our project. Is it possible, please, or Nergis, can you explain our project, please, maybe? Filiz Hanım, or
thank you.
Project. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I am a member of Turkish Information Association Women Working Group member. This year, our society award 50 years old. As a working group, we start some projects about this year, for 50 years old. Our society. Some role models, with some role models in Turkey. We had some interviews, meetings, and we collected some wishes for women in IT, and shared with our society, etc. Thank you, Nurcan.
Evet, teşekkürler. Nergis, sen bir şey söylemek ister misin akademi tarafından?
Thank you, Nurcan. Actually, I am also a member of this Turkish Information Society, and we have started our work for women from several years ago, and now I'm contributing from to that group from the academia side, because I am instructor at a university. We are teaching software engineering department, so there are some, of course, women students in our department as well, and we are collaborating with our information society to improve their background and to make our students also active in our society. And we are contributing to the projects from several perspectives, academically and also with social activities. I am really happy to join with your group, and it is really a big mission for the world. Thank you very much for all of you for your contributions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nergis. Okay, now, okay, Gillian, I can continue.
So then so I think there's probably Suna and also Serap, because they look like Turkish names. Is that right? Am I right on that, Nurcan? So we might then.
Yes. Suna and Serap is also from our women group.
Yeah, I guess
Suna
so.
is the coordinator of our women group, and Serap is also representative of Education Ministry.
Oh, okay. Oh, so welcome, ladies.
They're all very active in our
Yeah,
group.
great. And so we'd love it, Nurcan, if you would now start your application for gold, because, you know, we think you're there. So the next person I'm going to ask to speak is Daniel. And the reason I'm going to ask Daniel is because he's the only man here. And so Daniel, I hope I'm not going to put you on the spot, but it seems to me that what we have here is we have a group of women trying to fix a problem which is not a woman's problem. It's a problem for the IT industry or IT professions. And I just wondered whether you wanted to just say what was going on in the UK and whether you think you'll sign up to the charter, but more than that, you know, whether you've got a perspective on how we make it more of a women and men's problem, not just a women's problem.
So I'm going to try and see, can you see me?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, sorry. I think my internet's going in and out. So I think you've touched on pretty much the nub of it there, Gillian. I think it was a bit of an eye-opener when we met, you know, when we physically met all that time ago in London to talk about the future of this, and it was a wake-up call that the British Computer Society had a lot more work to do internally to really collect everything together to make the impact that we wanted. So I think BCS has traditionally done quite a number of different things on gender equality, but it has never been pulled together in a structure. It's never been pulled together in a strategy that has been heading towards an objective. And so really over the past 12 months, myself, my team and others, including Gillian, pushing in certain directions, have been putting in place a new kind of climate within the organization, where we have four strategic themes, one of which is diversity and inclusion. The other three are digital poverty, tackling digital poverty, professionalism, and the last one is green and sustainable IT. And the diversity and inclusion one is being sponsored by Holly Porter, who is our Director of Membership. Holly is going to try and join for the last half an hour. I think she was booked before, but Holly is going to be leading on the diversity and inclusion piece. And one of our objectives, is around the percentage of women within strategic parts of the British Computer Society. So how many female fellows we have, how many women we have in the membership generally. And we consider those to be areas that we can control quite easily through our promotion, through our marketing, through how we extend the franchise of the work that we're doing. But on the other side of it, we also collate and publish the data nationally in the UK and regionally around women's participation in digital industries. So that's probably more of an update than I probably given Gillian over the past 12 months. And, you know, hands up, it's been kind of head down, get stuff done. But we're at a point now where we probably are absolutely in the place to show corporate commitment to this, whereas before it's been very much individuals working across the organization without a collaboration and a goal. So so we're in a much better and stronger position. The executive team are signed up to a diversity and inclusion policy with objectives around women in IT for the first time, I think, really ever, in a way that it's going to work. So although we weren't in a position maybe 12 months ago to do what we could have signed up. I think we could have said, right, we'll sign it up, and myself and other members of the team would have you know, delivered on the filled the form in and everything, but it wouldn't have had the impact. Now it's going to go through every single part of the organization when we do sign up, and it will get kind of passed down to all our corporate clients and all the other organizations. So there's a lot been going on over the past 12 months, which is probably why I'm coming back in now at a point where it's, you know, we have something to offer. But yeah, it's exciting, I think. I'm rambling a bit. I don't know if that's made any sense, Gillian.
It has, and it's a great update. And you know, along with Turkey and Iceland and Germany, I think you're all in a position where, you know, you can take on quite a high level of the charter. So that's really positive. Did you have any thoughts on how to get the allyship of the males in the IT industry on this?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there is a huge appetite, I think, for men in IT to be allies. But I think what has to be clear, I suppose, is what we want men to do, because if we just, I think we have to be clear, because I have seen a number of different examples where men in BCS or within the industry think that being an ally is to step up and talk and to be visible. And I mean, personally, I think that can be the right thing sometimes, but for us, it's not about us taking up the space, it's about creating the platforms for others. And I think sometimes men get it wrong. And we have many an example of where, you know, even in BCS, where we'll do a diversity, well, someone will set a diversity panel up and it will be 4 men and 1 woman. I mean, another example is that we've just developed our Fellows Technical Advisory Group to advertise for to advise the organisation and the membership on the future of very specific technical developments in computing. And we advertised for fellows, and we got 40 men saying they were interested and not 1 woman.
No, we did get 1 woman. It was
we got 1 woman.
And, yeah, and they've turned me down, Daniel.
Oh, they turned you down, Gillian. I mean, don't even, the drama of this is ridiculous. So however, I made the point to the men who were organising it that we needed to go back to the drawing board and do this again and do some targeted advertising and make it work. And now we have 35% of the final group that are going to be winning. So,
right, that's really good.
I think we've got 8 women and 15 men or something like that. I mean, it's still not ideal, but it's much better than what we had. And Gillian, I didn't know that you'd been turned down, so apologies.
I was really surprised.
Yeah, well, anyway. Yeah, well, I mean, do you know what? These are the sorts of things that we have to kind of like, that, you know, you've got, sometimes it's taking a step back and being like, what can I fight this one on first? So, I mean, in terms of getting men on board, I think we have to be very clear that we need men that know what they're doing and don't just come in and absorb the space. The space is limited for women's voices.
Yeah, I agree.
So we want to get men that are putting women on the platform. I mean, for example, like, you know, just trying to get commitments for a 50-50 gender balance on all BCS events is like pulling teeth. But it's going to be there in the next year. We'll have that as a commitment, right? So it's things like that I think is that's me being an ally pushing for that.
Congratulations if you achieve that, Daniel. Listen, I'm going to move on because we've got Christina and Gloria to come to. So thanks. Christina, tell us a little bit about yourself and about what you're doing for the Cyprus Computer Society. Are you still there, Christina? Maybe we'll go to Gloria and give Christina a chance to switch back her. So Gloria, tell us who you are and what you're working on.
I'm sorry, I'm here. I had a technical problem.
Okay.
I was listening, but I couldn't speak.
Okay, so we'll go to Christina first, and Gloria will come back to you. Thank you.
Hello, I'm from the Cyprus Computer Society. Here, what we give a lot of emphasis is the youth, because we believe that if you start from a young age, then you can at least you can change the future.
Mm-hmm.
So we do a lot of activities, especially for the youth, for the girls, to come to this to IT. I mean, to attract them to choose the IT for their career first, and then encourage them, the youth, when they start, encourage them to ask what they deserve, and the same privileges as men. Hello?
Thank you, Christina. Thank you. Do you think that you will find the DiversIT Charter, and do you think you will, you'll be applying at some point?
Of course, but it's just that we need to do a lot of stuff to get organized and make plans to be ready to apply. But because we're a very small organization, I mean, as a staff, we have only 4 staff members. So our job is mainly to promote the charter to the IT companies in Cyprus.
Okay.
We have a lot of impact on IT people and IT companies. So, but I see today that you say, and you're right, that we have to be members to promote other companies to become members.
Yeah, I
haven't thought about it before. I was thinking we start promoting it and we can get along later, but this you said
you
today,
kind of have to know how to do it before you can promote how to do it, in a sense.
Yeah, exactly.
But whilst I'm not sure there's time for that today, I do know that all of the team will be happy to talk through any of the ideas and any of the things that are happening in each of the different countries. And we have already done a session for France on what is happening in each of the countries in Europe. And I think we could do a session here and say, what's happening in England, what kind of initiatives are there? And it would be, and what's happening in Italy and what's happening in Germany, so that we can have an exchange of ideas. So I think
yes, that's nice.
That would be something to do. Thank you for that, Christina. And Gloria.
Okay. Okay, I am an ICT woman. I spent my last 15 years in different companies as CIOs of companies mainly in the energy field. And now I'm member of ICA, and together with Marina, we are trying to promote the role of the ICT women, and also because ICA is mainly involved in school, in people that are now in school, and so we are trying to promote the STEM faculties and to promote in general the role of the women in ICT. I'm very interested with Marina to understand, to have a look on the questionnaire in order to understand if ICA could become in the future a gold member, and also in this case to be an assessor for the companies. So this is a key point for me, but I think also for Marina, to understand well the questionnaire, and also the step, or the maturity step, that also ICA can do in order to achieve the assessor role.
I think I imagine that you know, ICA can get there quite quickly, but what we can do is again, you know, work with you to and Marina to ensure that we know where you're at and to suggest things you can do. So
yeah,
now,
exactly. Thank you.
We had other people join, so Gulhan and Nico. So Gulhan, that looks like a Turkish name, so I imagine that you might be the other person that Nurcan said would be joining. And so what I'm going to go do is go first to Nico. Nico, do you want to tell us who you are? And you missed all the talk, so so therefore we might have to update you separately.
Hello. I am Nico Schlamberger, President of Slovenian Society Informatica. I am very sorry to have joined later, and I'm so sorry to have to leave you earlier. So, knowing that I have missed the beginning of the meeting, please tell me how can I help you, or what information do you expect from me?
You know what, Nico, what we might do is have a separate, we might schedule a separate little conversation with you, just so that we can catch you up and let you know what you need to do to be part of the charter. If that's all right, we can schedule that separately.
I personally will not be able to be a part of the charter, but I will forward this initiative to our constituency, and I hope that somebody will have interest, energy, and ambition.
Oh, you know, Nico, I was so delighted. We were before you arrived, we were having a conversation about how to get men involved, because this is clearly not just a female problem, it's a problem for the whole industry. So then you joined and I was really delighted, and now you're telling me you're not going to do it. I'm going to have to hand over to Petra at this point. So thank you, Petra, for doing that.
Yeah, thank you. But Nico, we will send you the recording, and you can really go through the presentation. And if you will have any kind of questions, we are here to answer and support you if you will need something. So you are really welcome, and don't hesitate to contact us.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. So,
my pleasure.
So we have had a representative from Turkey, Cyprus, Italy. Is it somebody who didn't speak and didn't present his point of view?
Maybe I can say something to the situation in Switzerland.
Yes.
We have, as a lot of probably other European countries, we have a lot of get around initiatives about girls in coding, women, STEM, engineers, everything. But what is missing are numbers, are really unified numbers that we can say, yes, we're all working in the same direction, and we can monitor, and we can really achieve something together. So that's a little bit the challenge that we're facing in Switzerland, that we have so many organizations as well, sometimes international organizations, that we are not getting the numbers. And what we have seen as well during our work is to get fundings, to get further, it's important that we are transparent, that we know how many girls or how many women are in STEM. And that's very, very important. I think Danielle mentioned something as well with the British Association that they have, or like Arhalidur from Iceland, he said as well, numbers together. So if everybody of you can support us as well in that that task, that would be wonderful as well. And of course, to to convince the companies to participate and in the charter. So one by one, we're getting more transparent. So that's my task as well in Switzerland, to get now to a point where I have the transparency about all the programs that are around in Switzerland, and that we convince them to work together on one platform, and that everybody can benefit from each other. So it's kind of in Switzerland, where we speak a lot of languages, it's kind of little Europe. But yeah, a lot of, I think, Petra, I don't know how it is in Slovenia, or Marina in Italy, but that's what I can say from Switzerland, to have those initiatives together as well.
Thank you, Priska. If I may to add something from Slovakia, as it was mentioned before, we are aware how important it is to start working with young girls. So here we are working with girls from 8 years old. And up to our experiences, this age is wonderful, because you can really develop the skills of girls, and you can protect them against the biases and stereotypes that the IT is only for boys and this is a male world and so on. Because we have a lot of program for high school girls, so which means 15 until 19. But here, even if we have result and the programs are successful, we can see how difficult it is to face this mindset established in the head of young girls, because they would like to be cool, they would like to be a part of one group, and loving math and loving computer science isn't really cool for them. So this is one of the reasons why they think that studying ICT is something strange and only for geeks, and it's not the way they would like to follow. Doing activities starting at the age of 8 is for us the best way how we can create a pipeline of the young female talents going through high schools and going through universities, and after then we can really have this workforce starting to working in tech positions. So and for every group of this age we have the educational roadmap which establish what we should learn in which age and how we should really follow the levels from 1, 2nd and a 3rd. To add that yes, we are also working with adult women. We have a lot of interest for the course we are running, but in my point of view, working with adult women is that we are just trying to repeat the mistakes happening in their school age. Because if they would study technology as they would like to do now, we can have really a lot of women being able to work in tech. Now with the families and the family life and so on, it's quite difficult for them to acquire all the knowledge, but they are so motivated that yes, they are doing this. But I think they have lost some time studying something they don't like to work with. So in Slovakia, yes, we have only 13% of women working on ICT positions. So we have a lot of things to do. And this network is especially here to support each other and really to see the good ideas we can exchange, and we can really start to run in different countries. Yeah, so this was from my point of view all. I would like to ask you if you do have any kind of question which wasn't answered until now, don't hesitate to ask. Or Priska, maybe we can slowly conclude the meeting. I would like to remind that if you are okay with this, we will send you the questionnaire with some question regarding your motivation and how we can help you and support you. And what is important that please don't hesitate to share with your members about the information about Charter. And even if you don't know the answer you will receive for the question you will receive, we are here to help you to bring the right answers for the questions that may occur during the time.